All right. Quadratics time. But look, I did give you all the homework. All year, I did give all the homework. What all you on about? Yeah, man. All you, what? Okay. Shayna, I feel like you're that person that's always do the homework and thing. Now I get a new phone, right? So I lose some of the messages, but Shayna, was this in the chat? Can I hear in Shayna? Um, Christian. Christian, you there? Are you there? Are you hearing me? Or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Akira, was this any group chat? Was this any group chat?
Well, you remember I wasn't here for last week class, but I went and I watched the whole recording and I started the homework, but I was stuck at number 5 because I wasn't sure if, like, something confused me there from that point. So I say when I join class, I would see, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, look, I literally sent that. Like, I literally made you all say I have homework. I literally made you guys put homework in the group chat. This is outrageous. It's crazy. All right, who wants to help me with this question? Actually, here what? We're gonna break it down into parts. So, Ria, since I haven't seen you in the longest while, I want you to start us off. So give the question a read from her. Ria. Give it a read.
Okay, given the function f of x equals negative 2x squared plus x plus 15, answer the following questions.
All right. First things first. What kind of function is this? That is a what? What is
A
that?
quadratic.
Yeah, that is a quadratic. Could everybody see that as a quadratic? And if you can, I want you to tell me what A, B, and C are. Somebody, tell me what A is. When you look at this, you think you can tell me what
-2,
A is?
Is -2.
A is negative 2, yeah. What is B?
1.
X.
Ah, Nia, you say
1.
X. Yeah, 1 is correct, but Nia, you say 1, right? I mean, Nia, you say X.
Yeah.
All right, let me step back. Let me step back a bit there. So, how much X is you seeing here?
1.
Right. So you're not seeing the 1 by the X, but it means 1X. So when asking the number in front, I'm talking about the coefficient. The coefficient tells us the number of that variable we have. So over here I have what? A 1X. In this example, I will have 2X. You understand? So B is 1. Yeah?
Yes.
Let me know if you understand that. Okay, great. And I want somebody to tell me what C is. What is C?
15.
C is plus
15,
15.
sir.
Yes, C
Positive.
is 15. Great. So Ria, let's do question 1 quickly. All right. Question 1. Any of you all try the homework? Did any of you try it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, I sent it to him.
Okay, good. Good. I like that. So Ria, read part 1 for me.
Write f of x in the completing the square form. F of x equals a open brackets x plus h square plus k,
Yeah. Plus K.
where
Right.
a, h, and oh my god, I can't see.
All right. Where A, H, and K are.
Where a, h, and k, e, r.
Right. So this
Okay.
means are elements of the real number system.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what's a real number? It's essentially all the numbers you just work with, like whole numbers, integers, fractions, negative numbers, all those are real numbers. So all the numbers you're accustomed working with,
So
right?
isn't it like rational numbers and irrational numbers? Just combined it.
Yeah. Right? The real number system contains everything you can think about. Uh, it is like it's like a universal set. It's like contains everything. You're probably wondering, well, okay, if it contains everything, it have anything other than a real set? Yeah. Imaginary numbers, complex numbers. That's like the other number set. You learn that in upper six if you do pure maths. All right, so Ria, do you know how to find for H and K? Walk me through that. Tell Maria, you know how to find for H and K?
Um, I, mm, no.
All right. Anybody in class know how to find for H and K? The formulas
Yes,
for
sir.
H and K?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me ask Christian. Christian, you know what's the formula for H? Christian,
Yes,
quickly.
sir. The formula for H is over B over 2A.
Perfect. What's the formula for K?
For C minus, no, 4AC
That's
minus,
fine. C minus, this is the easier one. C
oh
minus
yeah,
B squared
C
over.
minus B2 over 4. Or
Ah,
C, my bad, yeah.
that is
Over
not
4.
B2, eh? That's not B2. You see how the 2 is it's like a small 2 and it's above the B? That
Yes,
means
sir.
B to the power of 2, which means B squared. B squared. Yeah. That's not B2. That's B squared. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Nope.
I forgot for a second, my bad.
That's not a problem. Quickly, Ria, could you quickly tell me what A, B, and C are from the quadratic? Ria, give me some speed. A, B, and C. Tell me.
Um, so I don't know.
All right.
Is it?
Yeah, tell me. Give it a
Uh,
shot.
no, I don't have anything.
Now, it's really simple. Like, it's more straightforward than you think. All right, so Ria, we want to write the quadratic function in this form. So, can you remind me what the quadratic function is? What was the quadratic function in this question?
Um, minus 2x squared
Mm-hmm.
plus x plus 15.
Right. Now, that is in the form of a quadratic. And this is a quadratic, ax squared plus bx plus c. So tell me what a, b, and c are.
A is 2x squared.
No, a is the coefficient of x squared. A is the number that's in front of x squared. So check it out. Is
So
a
x
x
squared.
squared? Nah. So a is the number that is in front of x squared. So compare this to this. What do you think a is?
Negative 2x squared.
Again, a is the number that is in front of x squared. Is not x squared. Is the number in front of x squared. What is the number in front of x squared?
Oh, negative 2.
Right, not negative 2x squared, just negative 2. Because we just looking at the numbers in front of the variable.
Oh,
Oh, all right. Look at bx and look at x. Now you're not seeing a number in front of x, but tell me how much x's you have there.
1. So it
Right,
is 1.
1, yes. Because remember, the coefficient, which is the number in front of the variable, it tells you the number of variables you have. And we just have one, so 1x. And what is C?
15.
Say that again. 15?
15?
Great. So we could now use that information to find for H and K. Now H is B over 2A. Quickly, what is B?
1.
right? What is A?
1 over 2 open brackets negative 2.
Right? When you work that out, you're gonna get minus 1 over 4. And if you're confused about that, you have 1 all over 2 by minus 2. What is 2 by minus 2?
4.
Nah. What's a positive by a negative?
Oh, it's multiplication. Yeah, negative. Sorry.
Ah, so you see, you're a little rusty. A little rusty. Calling you out.
So
No,
actually, I just a little tired, but I got lucky. Don't worry.
nah, 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 nah. Nah. You're a little rusty. That means you gotta do more work. You know what I mean? So, 2 by minus 2. That means 2 by minus 2. You're multiplying. Positive by negative and negative. So you're going to end up with 1 over negative 4. So you have positive 1 divided by negative 4. Where's that positive divided by negative, guys?
Positive.
Nah, a negative.
Negative.
What?
Yeah. A positive divided by a negative is a negative. So that's why my final answer is just negative quarter. All right. Let me do.
Oh, so you know what? What you say? Mine. Negative divided by a negative.
Oh, no, 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 no.
My
Right.
bad.
Right. So I'm going to do this quickly. So we know that C is 15. Then minus b squared. We know that b is 1, so 1 squared, all over 4 by a. We know that a is negative 2. So k is going to be equal to 15. 1 squared, 1 by 1 is 1. All over 4 by minus 2. Where's 4 by minus 2?
Minus
Some
8.
minus 8. Now you see all these calculations here I doing by hand. All you're not going to be doing that for the exam, or you're just going to be using a calculator to save time. You don't want to be doing these baby calculations in the CSEC exam. All right, so Ria, you're going to end up with 15. And Ria, watch this. What is 1 divided by negative 8? Tell me, Ria. You have a positive divided by a negative. Your final answer is just going to be a what? So we have a positive.
And
We end up with a.
wait, sorry. Say that again.
So we have positive 1 divided by negative 8. Positive divided by negative. What are we going to end up with?
Negative.
Right, so we're going to end up with,
And
and watch, we have a negative here already. So you're going to end up with negative 1 over 8. Where's a negative by a negative?
positive.
Right, so you're really going to end up with 15 plus 1 over 8. Again, you're just going to be doing this on a calculator, right? And you should get that to be 91 over 8. Actually, wait, let me just verify that.
I think so.
It'd be 121 over 8. Somebody could just confirm that 121 over 8 as an improper fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ria, we now know what H and K are. Let me know if you're all right with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Cool. That being said, let's write our answer in the completing the square form now. That is the completing the square form. Ax plus a squared plus k. I have a question. Ria, do we know what a is? Ria, do we know what a is? Yeah or no?
A.
Yeah, a.
Um. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know what h is?
Yeah.
Do we know what k is?
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have everything we need to know to write it in the complete new square form. So I'm going to start off with a because it's a x plus h squared plus k. So instead of writing a, I'm going to write negative 2. That confuse you, you understand?
So I could do it again.
All right. So this is the complete new square form, right? It's a by x plus h squared plus k. And I want you to tell me what is a? What we know a to be?
Negative 2.
Right. So instead of writing A, what did I substitute A for?
Oh, -2.
Right. So instead of writing A, I write -2. Then we're gonna
Okay.
put on X, and then it's plus H. So we just had to put on what H is. So what is H?
-1/4.
Right. So you're gonna put -1/4 in here. Now some of you all might be confused by that because you might be saying, sir, but it have plus H over here. Let me show you something, right? If you write X plus H, now H is -1/4. This is what the full thing would look like. Over here, you have a positive by a negative. Where's that positive by a negative, guys? Where's that positive by a negative?
Negative.
Right. So I could just write -1/4 instead of plus -1/4. So I put X -1/4 squared. Real, let me know if you're confused.
That's all good.
Okay. Lastly, we're gonna put plus K. Ria, what is the K value?
121/8.
Right. Those who did the question, did you all get these answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Akira, did you get these?
So I think I did something wrong for Key. I'll send you a picture of what I did wrong.
Send it to me. Let me see what happened there.
But sir, I use decimals instead of fractions.
Honestly, I advise working with fractions. That's what they want to see typically. Because, like, the marks are question, right? If you have a fraction like a third, are you going to write 0.333333? Are you just going to keep.
No,
And the second thing, if you round it off, will it be exact?
no.
Nah, don't use decimals. Because if it isn't a nice fraction, then you're gonna run into some problems. And
Okay, sir.
we don't want no problems. And you know that African meme where the guy was like, I don't want peace. I want problems. And you know what I'm talking about? I'm
Yes,
a had a
sir.
little bit on silence here. Okay, let me see what you do there. Akira, you sent me a message.
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. Oh, let me tell you a mistake, right, Akira? You you thinking that it is C minus B squared all over 4A. But no, that is not
Yeah.
correct. That is not it's
That's
that
why I noticed my mistake after you do it.
is actually C, all right? C minus B squared all over 4A. These two are completely different.
Yeah, that's what I went wrong. So that's why I was confused. When I tell you I confused with number five is because the answer wouldn't give me a maximum turning point.
Mm-mm. Yeah. So,
So yeah,
was there anybody else in class who was confusing C minus B squared over 4A for this as opposed to this?
I
Let me
think
know.
it's because how I write it in my book. That's how I saw it. So that's how I did the question.
I think that could be it. All right, so Ria, you have some work to do, but let's just do a recap. Ria, do you know what the form of a quadratic looks like? Could you identify a quadratic? Yes or no, Ria?
So I just know I could identify it if it have a squared.
Right. If it have a squared, automatically is a quadratic at this level. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you know what the complete in the square form is?
Nope.
Nope. Well, this is the complete in the square form. Ax plus h squared plus k. All right? That's the complete in the square form.
Okay.
Right? Um, to write a quadratic in this form, you need to know what a, h, and k are. You could figure out what a is just simply by looking at the quadratic, and you could figure out what a, b, and c are.
Yeah.
Right. Then you need to figure out for h and k. This is the formula for h, b over 2a. And this is the formula for k, c minus b squared over 4a. So all you're going to do is just going to plug in the values for a, b, and c. And bam, just like that, you have H and K. Once you have A, H, and K, you just have to substitute it into that form and you're fine. Are you confused?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody else confused or are you okay with this? I need to know, give me some feedback and then we can move like increase the pace. Let me know, guys. If you're feeling good, let me know. Nia.
I could.
Okay. Christian, Zania. Hope I say your name correctly. I really hope so. Jelani, Shina, Samir. Are you okay with this, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, bet. Let's move on to part two now. So, Christian, I want you to read part two for me. Give me one.
State whether
Uh, yeah, read part two for me.
state whether the function has a maximum or minimum and why.
All right. So, Christian, you understand that this function is a quadratic function, right?
Yes, sir.
And a quadratic function could either look like this or it could look like this. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. What do you think what type of turning point do you think that function has? A maximum turning point or a minimum turning point?
Would it be maximum, sir?
Why? Why would it be maximum?
So, because the A is less than zero.
Yes. Perfect. So they're asking us if the function is a maximum or a minimum. So let me explain this quickly. So again, guys, my function was equal to negative 2x squared. Was negative 2x squared plus x plus 15. Could somebody just quickly remind me what a was equal to?
-2.
A
Negative
was
two, sir.
negative 2. I might need some more space. Definitely. Oh my God, bro. Hey, boy. Now, if A is less than 0, then it will be a maximum. If A is less than 0, right? If A is less than 0, f of x has a maximum turning point. All right. For those of you all that are utterly confused, let me show you an easy way to remember this. So again, this is what a quadratic could look like. Either one of those two. So, Christian, A is negative. Ria, you're seeing that A is negative. Nia, you're seeing that A is negative. Let me know if all are seeing that A is negative.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, when we're feeling negative, what we just look like? Which one do we look like? 1 or 2? When you're feeling negative, what does it look like?
One, sir.
1.
Yeah, 1. Now, which one looks as though it's going up to like the maximum point? 1 or 2?
One, sir.
We could all see that 1 goes up to like the maximum point and then it starts turning. So that's an easy way to remember it. If A is negative, then it's going to look like this. And you can see that it's going up to like the maximum point and then turning. So if A is less than 0, the function would have a minimum, what I'm saying, it would have a maximum turning point. Conversely, if A, let me just say A was 5, right? If A is positive, so Ria, if A is positive now, right, Ria, would you look like graph 1 or graph 2? If A is
Graph.
positive, you gonna look like?
Graph.
You look like this one over here, right?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, nice. Does it look like it's going up to the maximum point or the minimum point?
The minimum.
Right. When you think of minimum, you think of like the lowest point.
Yeah.
Nth graph 2 is going to the lowest point, and then it's turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it turning, right? You can see it turning. So if a is more than 0, you would say that the function has a what? Tell Maria. If a is more than 0, f of x has a
Um,
is it a maximum turning point or a minimum turning point?
a minimum turning
Yes.
point.
Yeah. Happy that I understand that. All right, so that's your answer there, right? This is the answer. Let's move on to part 3 now. To help me with part 3, I'm going to call on Sienna. So, Sienna, read part 3 for me quickly. Can I hear and Sienna? Mm,
Oh, sorry, sir. My internet was
yeah,
getting
here
in
and Sienna.
trouble.
Here and Sienna now. Yeah, Sienna, read part 3 for me.
State the coordinates of the turning point.
Right. What gives you the turning point?
The x and y value, or in this case, but yeah, the x and y value.
Okay, how you finding those values? Hmm. How are you finding those values? That's my question. Why did I find for H and K? What was your purpose in finding for H and K? How does
So,
yeah, tell me.
um, I don't,
Say that again.
so, so I could find for where the graph is turn or the curve is turn.
Right. Okay, I'll help you out a bit. What we're really looking for is minus H comma K. This tells us the turning point. That tells us the maximum or the minimum.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me, what is H in this question? What do we find H to be?
H would be minus 1/4, but I had 0.25.
That's not a problem. So it'll be minus a quarter, then comma K. What is K? Talk to
I
me
had
about
15.125, but I think it'll be 15 and 1 over 8.
yeah.
121 over 8.
Let me just make some space quickly. All right. So if we simplify this, Sienna, my point for my turning point is just going to be a quarter, comma, 121 over 8. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, guys, this turning point, is it going to be a maximum turning point or a minimum turning point? Could somebody tell me?
A maximum.
Do you all agree that that turning point will be a maximum?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if all are utterly confused, let me just do a little sketch now to show you what happening. So what we have here is a sketch. Like I said, so Ria, A was less than 0. It was negative. If you're negative, you're frowning, right? So the general shape of my quadratic is like so. What we just figured out over here is the turning point, the point at which you change gradient. Well, that kind of statement kind of bad because for a curve, the gradient always changing. But what I mean is like the sign for the gradient. Let me explain. So Ria, all over here, your gradient is positive, and over here, your gradient is negative. So this was the turning point. This was the point in which the gradient changed direction. Ria, you confused or you understand that?
I understand.
So like imagine you was driving a car. And over here, you would have to apply plenty gas to go up.
Yeah.
All right. When you reach this point, you're kind of flat. And then when you're going down now, and you'd have to instead press brakes because gravity pulling you downwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you understand that this would have been the turning point. Because at that point, you change from pressing plenty gas to pressing brakes now. Make sense?
Yeah.
You sure you understand that?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Taking your word for it. So could everybody agree that this is a point in which the gradient of my curve, the sign is changing? So like over here, the gradient is positive. Then over here, the gradient is negative. But it changes at this point. Are you all seeing that? That is a turning point. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're going up to the maximum point. Hence, the name for that point is the maximum turning point. I really, really hope I'm not confusing the heck out of you guys. And we just find the maximum turning point to be what? Somebody just remind me, what was the maximum turning point?
A quarter and 121/8.
Great. Let me see how bad it is, right? And I mean this bad in a good way. What is the gradient at the turning point? Does anybody remember? What is the gradient at the turning point itself?
0, sir.
Oh, Christian, big up you, big up you. Get them performance now, boy. Yes, it's 0. You know why? You know why or not? Like,
Because I don't know why, sir.
because that's the point where the gradient changes. So, like, let me explain, right, Christian? So, like, over here, the gradient is positive, right? Over here, like, it's flat, and over here, the gradient is negative. This is like the point where the gradient changes now. So, like, the gradient could be positive here, it will be 0 over here, and it'll be negative.
Oh, okay,
I
sir.
mean, like, it's like, think, okay, I was given a real example earlier today. Imagine a car. And if you're in a car and you had to drive uphill, you had to better mash gas.
Yes, sir.
And if you're coming down, you might have to mash brakes because you know gravity causing you to accelerate downwards. But
Yes, sir.
if you're at the very top, what would happen to the vehicle?
You will just stop there.
It will just stop there. So remember, gradient just tells us a measure of steepness. So if the car stops there, then would that point be steep?
No, yeah? No, wait. No,
So,
sir.
do you know what steepness means?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just forgot for a second.
I'm not judging here. Steepness is just like the angle of inclination or declination. Declination.
Yes, sir.
So like there's like a really, really steep angle you could imagine. Like if I compare it with respect to the ground, it's like a very steep angle. Over here is flat too, and over here is also steep. So if they ask you what is the gradient at the maximum or the minimum turning point, all you say is 0. So it would be a quarter and 121/8. Lovely. Could somebody tell me what the x value would be? What is the x value?
A quarter, sir? Oh,
Yes.
no, 0. Yeah.
What is the y value?
121/8.
Perfect. So my question is, if I were to draw the x and y axes, which I'm about to do, I'm going to do that now. What value would come over here? Let me see how if I'll know all the work. If I were to draw an x and y axis, what would be the value here on the x-axis?
A quarter.
A quarter, sir, yeah.
Yes. Yes, it would be a quarter. And when x is a quarter, where's the y value?
121/8.
Oh God, Akira, you're on a roll, boy. Big up you. Yeah. I don't understand now. Nah.
Yeah, sir, I understand.
Okay, if you're utterly confused, let me just do a little recap quickly. All quadratics will either look like this, a frown, or it would look like this, a smiley face. If A is less than 0, it means you're negative. If you're negative, you're frowning, right? So we understand that the quadratic will be frowning. It'll be looking like that. And we could see that the curve, it goes up to the highest point, the maximum point, and then it starts to decrease again. So if it's rising here and then it's decreasing, then I could refer to that as the point at which it turned, as the maximum turning point. Now, when you find for h and k, you could use this minus h comma k. I explained why this works in the last class. But if you find minus h comma k, that will actually tell you your turning point. So we know the turning point is actually a quarter 121 over 8. Now, the x value would be a quarter. So this would be a quarter over here on the x-axis. And when x is a quarter, we see in that y is 121 over 8. I really hope everybody understands that. If you do, please give me some sort of verbal confirmation. Because I feel like all you're confused.
Yes, I understand.
Do you all actually understand? Nia, like if you're
Yes.
confused, just talk to me and on Nia. Let me know if anything confusing you.
No, sir. I'm going good so far.
All right. Let me do a roll call quickly. Zania. Oh, we have a new student, by the way. Big up Zania. I give him a Zendaya vibes. Right, but Zania, let me know if you're confused. Can I hear Zania? Zanaya. I feel like I seen that name wrong. But I hear it now. Sheena, you there? Can I hear it? Sheena, I don't know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look, Sheena here. Sheena, you understand everything so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sheena, while you're at it, I think this real easy, yeah? Read part 4 for me.
What is the maximum minimum value for f of x?
You tell me, look at our graph. You tell me, what do you think is the maximum or minimum value of f of x?
121 over 8.
Yeah, everybody in class, and all you could see with all your own eyes that the graph is going up to 121 over 8. So that is the maximum value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's the maximum value my function could output. And what would be the input to get that 121 over 8? Could anybody tell me? What would I have to put into the function to get 121 over 8? Let me see if I know all the maths. So here my question again, right? 121 over 8 is the maximum output of the function. What would I need to put into the function to get 121 over 8?
The x value.
Yes, and the x value is a quarter. So you need to put an input of a quarter to get the maximum output, which is 121 over 8. That is a precursor for number 5. All right, so for number 4, could everybody agree that our function is going to have a maximum value, not a minimum value? Do we agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And could everybody visually see that my graph is going up to 121 over 8 as the maximum value you could reach? Yeah or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
And if you just want to memorize something, I think you should learn it. But if you want to memorize this, then the maximum or the minimum value is just given by k. So the maximum value is equal to k. And well, we know what k is, right? We know k is 121 over 8. But I hope like all I could actually see why. That's important. So it's equal to 121 over 8. All right. Uh who to call boy? Mm, Akira, help me with question 5.
Um, what value of x gives the max or minimum? Um, 1/4.
Yes. Akira, let's examine that question. It says what value of x would give the maximum or minimum. So they're asking us what value of x do we have to put into the function to get the maximum value. I just asked that question I asked a question like a 1 minute ago. So Akira, and from the graph, you could see for yourself that when you put in a quarter, you get 121/8. Seeing that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what value of x gives us the maximum? That would just simply be a quarter, because when
Yeah.
x is a quarter, y is 121/8. Again, if you just want to memorize this thing, the answer for this question is just simply minus h is always minus h, right? So x would be equal to minus h, and that would just simply be equal to a quarter. No, all you're probably saying, sir, uh, you keep talking about a putting in this a quarter and I'll get 121/8. What do you mean by this? Are they probably confused? Akira, you
Yes, sir.
understand what I'm saying by if you put in a quarter, you'll get 121/8 or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, some of you might be confused though. So let me show you something quickly. The function that we have is minus 2x squared plus x plus 15. So we are saying that when we put in a quarter as x, it's going to be minus 2 by a quarter squared plus a quarter plus 15. What am I supposed to get? When x is a quarter, what am I supposed to get? Could somebody tell me? Christian, when x is a quarter, what am I supposed to get? Christian? Am I hearing Christian at all? Okay, Sienna, when x is a quarter, what am I supposed to get?
You're supposed to get the um um the h value, well, the f of x value, sorry, the k value or the f of x,
The k value, where's the k value? Remind me.
121/8.
Now, you know what it say? Seeing is believing, right? Do you believe? Are you a believer? Do I need to make you a believer?
I believe so.
I believe so. So let me see if this thing actually truthful. Let me see if the maths is maths. So minus 2, right? I'm going to put a quarter squared plus a quarter plus 15. And when I press equal, guys, what am I supposed to get? Remind me. What am I supposed to get?
121/8.
That is what I'm supposed to get. Oh my God, that's crazy, right? So I hope I understand what I was saying about input and output. If I input a quarter, I put in it in, then my output, what I get in out, would be 121/8. I really hope we no loss. Like, all the loss. Today, especially, I'm feeling like I'm saying things and I don't understand. I don't know what it is. But like if you are understanding, please give me verbal confirmation.
Yeah, I am
Yes,
on.
sir. I understand it.
All right, Ria. Talk to Maria. Let me know what's going on.
So I was going to ask you if you could do it one more time,
No problem.
just to get it in there, you know?
Right, so Ria, if they ask you for the coordinates at the turning point, they want to know what is the maximum or the minimum, maximum or the minimum point. That's what they want to know. Like, at what point does the graph turn? And that is always given by minus h comma k. Ria, and we previously found h and k.
Yes, sir.
Right, so we knew that h was minus a quarter and is minus h. Now, people might be saying, sir, and I could just write minus a quarter, but no, that's not correct. Ria, it says minus h. If h is minus a quarter, if h is minus a quarter, wouldn't minus h be minus a quarter? If you don't understand, just feel free to tell me.
Um,
Okay, so I'm confused. H is equal to negative a quarter, right?
Right.
Right. So now we're going to apply a negative on both sides. So we're going to multiply by -1 on both sides. So wait,
Oh,
what is h by -1?
negative h.
Right? What is negative a quarter by -1?
Negative. Negative a quarter.
Right. Where's a negative or negative?
Positive.
Right. So you can end up with negative h being a quarter. So that's a common mistake students would make. They would just write negative a quarter because they see a negative h. But negative a quarter is just h. We need to find negative h. So that's going to be negative a quarter. Negative a quarter is just simply a quarter. Negative a negative is a plus. And then you write what k was. We found k to be 121/8. So
Okay.
as you can see, this is generally how my graph would look like. So Bria, remember, a was -2. That means a is less than 0. If a is less than 0, remember, our graph would be frowning. Understand?
Right.
You sure you understand that?
Yeah.
The other thing, right, Ria? And you can see there's a point where like it looked like it turning like the graph turning because like it was increasing all the way here, and then you like stop for a bit and then you decrease. And there's like a turning point.
Yeah.
Right, because it's going up to the maximum point, you call this a maximum turning point. And that's what we just figured out. So that's a quarter, 121/8. You sure you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so if it is a quarter, 121/8, what is the x and y value?
But a quarter is x,
Mm-hmm.
and 121/8 is y.
Perfect. The next type of question they would ask is what is the maximum or the minimum value of the function? Obviously, we have a maximum value here because when you look at the graph, what's the maximum value we're going up to?
121/8.
Right. So that's the answer, right? The maximum value is just 121/8, which is the k value. Isn't the k value 121/8?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
maximum or the
Are they gonna?
minimum value is given by k 121/8. Right.
Okay.
Number 5 now. They're asking us what value of x is going to give you the maximum. So looking at the graph, what value for x gave me 121/8?
A quarter.
Right, a quarter. And if you have trust issues, when I plugged in a quarter into the function, what did I get?
121/8.
So can you see that when you put in a quarter, you get
Oh.
121/8?
Yeah.
But you don't need to do all of that because you already have a coordinate. You already have a point. So when x is a quarter, y is 121/8. So when they ask you what value of x gives you the maximum or the minimum, they're just simply asking you for the minus h value, which is
Okay.
which in this case is
A quarter.
right. You sure you understand everything so far?
Yes, sir.
All right. In part 6 now, we want to see the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry. So we have a parabola here. There's a parabola. This is the technical word for it. Now, where would I put a line such that I would cut this in like in half, such that it'd be like reflected? Tell Maria, if you wanted to put on a mirror line over here, where would you put it? For this curve over here.
If I wanted to,
If you wanted to put down a mirror line, like an axis of symmetry, where would you
uh,
put it for this curve?
uh, down the middle,
Down the middle. The middle would pass through what? What do you think the middle would pass through?
um, a,
Continue, you're going good. It passed through what?
A quarter.
It would pass through a quarter. Great. So my axis of symmetry is going to be x is equal to what value for x is it passing through?
A quarter.
Right. So you need to
Oh,
write it like this, eh? You need to write it as an equation, otherwise you're not going to get it correct because they want an axis of symmetry. So your answer is always going to be x is equal to negative h. So x is going to be equal to a quarter.
a quarter. Okay.
Yeah. So I hope we understand everything so far. Now they're asking us for the range of f of x. So they're asking us what ranges could my function output? When you look at this graph, does the graph tell us that there will be a maximum value or a minimum value? What does the graph tell us? When you look at this graph, does it look like there's a minimum value it goes up to or a maximum value?
A maximum value.
All right. So therefore, the y value could be what? Tell me, Sienna. The y value could be what?
The y value could be 121 over 8.
Mm, you're missing something. So we know that 121 over 8 is the maximum value. So then y could be what than 121 over 8?
Oh, y would be less than or equal to.
Perfect. Now, if you are utterly confused by this, I'm ask that question, right, Sienna? And you could plug in different values of x into the function.
Yes, sir.
Right. Isn't that going to produce different values for y?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It just so happens that when you plug in a quarter, you get the what?
You're getting the y value that is equal to 121 over 8.
Which is the maximum, right? So, truth be told, you could get a range of values, but the values cannot exceed 121 over 8. So,
Yes,
again,
sir.
if you're utterly confused, watch. Let me just say this random value for x over here. Watch. It's gonna give us some positive value for y. Over here now, it's giving us some positive value for y. Over here, it's giving us a positive value for y. And it's just gonna keep increasing until we reach 121 over 8. All right. And then it's gonna start to decrease. Watch. Like it's gonna start to decrease. So I hope we can see that. The maximum value you could go up to is 121 over 8. So the y value could be less than or equal to 121 over 8. Another way you could write that is f of x is less than or equal to 121 over 8. Do you guys understand that f of x and y are the same thing? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So that's the answer for the range. The range of f of x is as follows. Either one is fine. Both mean the same thing. Ria, if you are confused, I want you to talk to me and tell me if you're confused.
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Christian, read part 8 for me.
Sketch the graph of f of x, including roots, y-intercept, and the turning point.
Okay, which one out of the three we have already?
So we have the y-intercept and the turning point. So,
Right. Could you just remind me what the y-intercept for the function that we have is going to be?
so the y-intercept is 0, sir.
You said that the y-intercept was 0. A little incorrect. The y-intercept is 0. Talk to my guys. Do we think that that's correct? Can I hear anybody? But no. Christian, that's not correct. Right, take another chance, Christian.
Really, y-intercept is 15, sir.
Yeah, it's 15. It's 15. The y-intercept is 15. And if you're confused, remind me, guys, at the y-intercept, what is equal to 0? What is equal to
X.
0? Right. So, Christian, if x is 0 at the y-intercept, then anyway you see x, you can replace it with 0. So any way you
Yes,
had x would just turn to 0. So what's the only thing you remain with?
15, sir.
Exactly, you go only remain with 15. So that's why 15 is the y-intercept. We have the turning points already. The only thing that we're missing is the roots. Could anybody help me with finding the roots? Do you know how to find the roots? I'm waiting for somebody to say, I'm waiting for somebody to help me. Do you all remember how to find the roots of a quadratic?
So that's where the line cuts, the two line is cutting on the x axis.
Yep, that is correct. That is correct. And so, how are we going to find the roots? Walk me through that process. So you just tell me that the roots is where the graph cut in the x-axis, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good information. So in other words, f of x could be equal to what? At the x-intercept, well, you know.
Y is 121 over 8.
Mhm. This is not the x-intercept, that's the maximum point. Here what I was saying. At the x-intercept, what is the y value? Does anybody remember what the y value is at the x-intercept?
The y value is 0 at the x-intercept.
Yeah, at the x-intercept, the y value is 0. Another way of writing y is f of x. And so you see this thing over here? We could actually write the quadratic as minus 2x squared plus x plus 15, and I'll put it equal to what? Since I'm trying to find the roots, I'll put the whole thing equal to what?
0.
Yeah, I'll put the whole thing equal to 0 because I'm trying to figure out the values for x that is giving me a y value of 0. Because at the x-intercept, what is the y value? Remind me again. At the x-intercept, what is the y value?
0.
Yes. So anytime they ask you to find your roots, you're going to take a quadratic, put it equal to 0. You're going to factorize, then you're gonna find your linear solutions. So let's proceed. Right? So Sienna, do you remember how to factorize a quadratic whose coefficient for for x squared is not 1?
Yes, so use the AC method.
Sure, let's do that. So we're going to multiply a by c. A is minus 2 and c is 15. So what would AC be? What would the product of a and c be?
It would be minus 30
Right. So then we're looking for two numbers that would multiply to give you minus 30, but add to give you what?
plus 1
Plus 1. You think of two numbers, Summer.
plus 6 and minus
You're saying plus 6 and minus 1?
minus 5.
Okay, do you all think that would work? Positive 6
Yes. Yes,
and
sir.
minus 5. Now, I agree that will work because positive 6 by negative 5 is negative 30. And plus 6 minus 5 is positive 1. So that seems good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to split up the middle term into what, Sienna? What am I going to split up my middle term into?
Into two groups.
You tell me what to write. I want to see if you know what to do because it sounds like it's telling me
It would
something.
be, so the dogs being kind of loud again. So it would be minus 2x squared plus 6x minus 5x plus 15 is equal to 0.
Yes,
And
that's
then you would go down the middle between 6x minus 5x, and you would draw like a line going down, separating them into two different groups. So it would be minus 2x squared plus 6x, and then minus 5x plus 15, and you put in both equal to 0.
well, we not putting both of them equal to 0 for now, but the entire thing is equal to 0. But let me start a
Okay,
factor
so
right now. Do you remember how to factorize next?
yes, so you find this common factor with two different groups.
Right? What's the greatest common factor between minus 2x squared and 6x?
I had minus 2, minus 2, minus 2x.
All right. If I pull out minus 2x, what would I get?
It would in brackets, it would be x and then minus 3.
Okay, let me explain that for anybody that might be confused. So you're looking to pull out the greatest common factor. Now, if you want to check if your answer is correct, when you multiply what's on the outside by what's on the inside, you're supposed to get back the original statement. So minus 2x by x is going to give you back minus 2x squared, because x by x is x squared. And minus 2x by minus 3 will give you back positive 6x. You know why? Because negative 2 by negative 3 is positive 6, and negative by negative is that positive, right? So that's correct there. What do you want to do next?
To find the greatest common factor in the next group, which is minus 5x plus 15, and the greatest common factor would be minus 5.
Right? If I pull out minus 5, what do I write?
In brackets, you would have x minus 3.
Right? That's correct. And if you multiply everything by minus 5, you'll get back minus 5x plus 15. Because minus 5 by x is minus 5x, minus 5 by minus 3 is plus 15. Cool. And this entire thing is going to be equal to 0. Now, there are other ways you could have worked this out, right? Check this out. What if, all right, so Sienna, what if I just pulled out 2x? If I just pulled out 2x, what would I write?
Um, x minus 3.
Now I'd write minus x plus 3. Because I would need to get that I would need to
You
get
need to get a
negative here.
minus.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
And if I just decided to pull out 5x from this, I mean, if I'm not saying, if I just decided to pull out 5, what would I write?
Minus x plus 3.
Yeah, and I know it's looking a bit different, but when you do the maths, you'll get the same answer.
Yeah, it would be the same thing.
Yeah. All right, let's continue quickly. So when you look at this now, you're seeing x minus 3 over here, and you're seeing x minus 3 over here. So that means you could pull it out. So if I pull out x minus 3, what do I write on the inside?
You would write minus 2x minus 5,
And the entire thing is going to be equal to,
0.
right? So again, anytime they ask you for the roots, they're going to put your quadratic function equal to 0, and they're going to solve the values for x by factorizing. If you cannot factorize it, you have to use the quadratic formula, which I'll show you shortly. All right. So from here, Sienna, what are you doing?
You're going to um you're going to make it, but you're going to find your roots now. So
Oh,
it'll be so now it'll be so if you have so you're going to take each of the brackets and you're going to put like x minus 3 is equal to 0,
yeah.
and then you're going to solve for the roots. So it would just be 3 minus 3, and that'll be equal to 0. So you know that one of the roots is positive 3.
Right.
And then for the other one, you would put it equal to 0 as well. And then it would be, you would switch the minus 5 to the other side and it will become positive 5. So it'll be minus 2x is equal to positive 5. And then you would put minus 2x over minus 2 and then 5 over minus 2.
Right. So you divide throughout by -2. Excellent.
And then you would, when you divide, you would get x is equal to minus 2.5.
Yep. Excellent job. So guys, this is how you find the roots. If you want to find the roots of a quadratic, you put it equal to 0, you factorize it, you put the linear factors equal to 0, and you solve. Okay, I'm mentioning scary words like linear and all kind of thing. Let me just backtrack a bit. Again, when we're finding for roots, you put your quadratic equal to 0. And if you're wondering why, tell them, Sienna, why we putting it equal to 0?
Because you want to find your roots, and then whenever but basically the roots is the x-intercept or the x values, and whenever it have whenever it have the x value, y is equal to 0.
Okay, let me reason that a little bit, but you have the idea that that's correct. So at the x-intercept, the y value is 0. So that's why we're replacing f of x with 0. F of x is the same thing as y. So we put the function equal to 0. The next thing, if it is factorizable, you factorize it and you put it equal to 0. And you see these things like x minus 3 and minus 2x minus 5. Since the highest power for x is just 1, we call them linear factors. So this is a linear factor, and this is a linear factor. You put the linear factors equal to 0, so x minus 3 is equal to 0, and you solve. See, and if you think about it, right, doesn't this look like a linear equation? Y is equal to mx plus c?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, especially this one, minus 2x minus 5. Yeah. So they are linear factors. So I hope we understand that. If they ask you for roots, you put it equal to 0, you factorize, you put the linear factors equal to 0, and you solve. So here what? Now we should be able to sketch the graph. First things first, guys. This graph is a maximum or minimum?
Maximum.
Right. So is my graph going to look like that or like that?
Like a frown for the first one.
It's going to look like this? Yeah, it's going to look like that. All right. What is the easiest thing I could put into my graph at this point in time? Out of the three, what is the easiest thing I could put into my graph? One time.
The turning point.
Yeah, I could put the turning point. All right. Nia and Ria, the dynamic duo. If you all are confused, just talk to me. I will re-explain it. But yeah, let me know what confusing you.
Mm, I think it's so far.
Okay. All right. So we could put on the turning point one time. Here what? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the x and y axis. Now, I have a question for you all. Are both of my roots positive? Question, guys. Are both of my roots positive? Yes or no?
No,
No, one is positive 3 and the other one is negative 5 over 2. So when we draw in the x on the y axis, I want you to tell me where's the correct placement. So I want you all to tell me what the correct placement is. So if it is correct, tell me yes. Would that be the correct placement? Ria, Samir, Sienna, Christian, Sheena, would that be the correct placement based on my values for the roots?
Sir.
Okay, would this be correct?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay, would this be correct?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
Christian, I want you to tell me why you think that incorrect.
Because I thought it was too close to the y-axis here.
No, that's fine. Remember, this is a sketch. The main thing you have to show them is that one of the roots is positive 3. So it's positive, and the other roots is on the other side because it's negative. That's the main things you have to show them. All right. So, Christian,
Sir, I have a question.
yes, Yana?
You know how when you was asking if x would be equal to 0, like on the turning point, when the turning point turns, it would be x is equal to 0. How would it be x is equal to 0 if
Oh, wait,
it's
wait. No,
not
no.
directly?
X is not equal to 0. You know, the gradient is equal to 0 at the turning point. The gradient.
Okay. Oh, okay, sir.
Because what? Like over here, you'd imagine that the gradient is increasing, right? Like it's increasing. And if you're confused, think of it like this. Watch. As the value for x gets bigger and bigger, what happens to the y value? Tell me, Sienna, like as the x value gets bigger, what happens to the y value? You gain a smaller y value
Y
or bigger
value,
y value?
yeah, the y value gets smaller.
You find so? So like watch. Like over here we get a value here. And over
Oh,
here
no, sir. It gets bigger.
it get bigger, right? Until you reach the maximum point. Yeah?
Yes, and then it turning and going downwards. So that's why
Right.
it would be 0.
Right. Watch it for yourself. Watch it for yourself, right? Once you pass that turning point, watch. You see, look at the value over here, Gimma. And then as we increase the value of x, watch, we gain a smaller value for y. See that?
Yes, sir, I understand that.
So like what on this side the gradient is positive. It's a positive gradient because the y value is increasing as you increase x. But on this side is a negative gradient. You know why?
Because the y value is decreasing as while the x values increase.
Exactly. Perfect. You're hitting the nail on the head. You do hard maths?
No, sir.
Yeah, I do really good in hard maths. This is like going into hard maths territory. Um, so think about it like this, Sienna. The gradient is increasing here and is decreasing over here. So at the top, what do you think the gradient is? Like if over here is positive and over here is negative, what do you think the gradient at
At
the
the
top?
top, the gradient will be 0 because it's in the
Exactly,
middle
it'll
of
be
both.
0. It's like a number line. You good?
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. And so could somebody tell me what the value over here is going to be? What is the value over here for over there? What is the
Would
value?
it be -5/2, sir?
Yep, that is correct. -5/2. And what is the gradient over here going to be?
3, sir.
Yeah, that's just going to be 3. What is the value for there? What is the value over here?
15, sir.
Excellent job, Christian. Because as you wind this up. And if they ask you to draw the axis of symmetry, do you know what you would have to do here? Yes or no? If they asked you for your axis of symmetry, would you be able to draw that? Yes or no?
I don't think so, sir. Can you show me?
Now I think you know how to do that. Do you know what the axis of symmetry is?
So it's just from the turning point to the x-axis, sir?
I mean, tell me this is what you mean. You mean that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so like you tell me,
Oh,
like, if you draw this line over here, right? Wouldn't this line cut this into two like mirrored images? Like watch.
yes, sir.
So that's the axis of symmetry. This would be the axis of symmetry. That's what it is. That's the axis of symmetry. And what's the equation for the axis of symmetry? Somebody tell me real fast. What is the equation for the axis of symmetry?
minus b over 2a.
You're not wrong, but that's a formula. Our equation.
X is equal to negative h.
Right, what is negative h? What's the value for negative h?
A quarter.
Yeah, and so that's the answer there. So, Christian, that's your axis of symmetry and that's the equation fit. And if you're still confused, look at the coordinate, right? X is a quarter and y is 121 over 8. So it'll be a quarter over here. So you can see that the line itself passing through a quarter on the x-axis. So x is equal to a quarter.
Oh,
You're confused or you understand that?
no, sir. I understand.
And let me see if you really understand this thing thoroughly. What do you think the value here going to be?
So it'll be 121 over 80.
Oh, good. Big up yourself, boy, Christian boy. Hey, hey. I'm proud of you, not Christian. But genuinely, I see like the improvement, like you actually understand the maths. That's good. That's good. Big up yourself.
Thanks.
So we just did like a model question. If they do bring a completing square question, I don't imagine they're asking. They can ask any. Like we touched all the bases. Like this is everything they would cover. All right, cool. So here, what the next thing we need to look at is the quadratic formula, and this is the way it is used when you can factorize a quadratic. So let me just run through this quickly, and then we're going to do some past paper questions. Quadratic formula. And you use this when times are tough. When times tough. Does anybody know the quadratic formula by heart? Does anybody know?
So is it ax squared plus b x plus c, sir?
All right, that's not the quadratic formula. That's the that's the form of a quadratic, but that's not the quadratic formula. Somebody was saying something.
So is it minus b plus or minus sine b squared minus 4ac over 2a?
Yeah, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So here what? Here what, right? We're gonna use the quadratic formula. Oh, by the way, you use this when times tough. And what do I mean by that? I mean like you can't factorize the quadratic. I mean that you have an unfactorizable quadratic. So here what? We're gonna use it for this same quadratic function. We got a quick example. We're gonna speed through this example, because I want to do a past paper question. Trust me, this is so simple, it's crazy. All right. So in the formula, you notice that we have what variables, guys? What variables are you seeing in the formula? Guys, people,
B and a and c?
are you seeing now or no? B, A, and C. Yeah, no, maybe, potentially. I really don't know a loss.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, I only hear a couple of so I don't know. Christian,
Yes, sir.
you seeing A, B, and C?
Yes, sir.
Um, Nia, you seeing D, E, F, G?
No.
Okay, good. I was just checking to see if you're paying attention now. Imagine it was like, yeah. Oh, all right. Ria, you seen A, B, and C, right?
Yes, sir.
Ria, are you feeling like this at the moment?
Yeah, so I was going to ask you where you guys take out me from.
I, I don't know, boy. I don't know. I just happened to get it.
That's literally me right now. Like locking, so intensely focused. Yeah,
Wait, eh?
I mean,
Let me just add like
yes.
yeah.
And you can add like a few more down. Yeah, that's it. Wow, wow.
Right. So this, I promise, this is so easy. So think, guys, think. In the formula, there's A, B, and C. Where do you think we're gonna get A, B, and C from? Where do you think we're gonna get A, B, and C from? Guys, where do
Say
you
from
think?
the function.
Right, Christian. I want you to tell me, Christian, where's A, B, and C? Come on, Christian, you've got
The
this.
A is -2, B would be 1, and C would be 15.
Right. So if you want to figure out, if you want to find the roots of a quadratic, you would use this formula. Right. So, bro, hey, come on, man. Walk. Okay. Yeah, I get it. All right. So I'm gonna call our good friend Ria to help us with this. So Ria, what do you think I'm gonna do in the next line?
Um, like substituted in the
Yes,
so like
substitute is
whenever
the
we
word.
see b negative b, we put one
Keep going.
or negative one.
Well, not
Um,
negative one, but one. What? We just replace b with one.
okay, 1 squared minus 4 open brackets -2 right over 2 open brackets -2.
So let me just read this thing quickly.
So what I mean?
Plus or minus, it means that you have a positive and a negative solution. You'll see when we finish the question.
Okay.
Because do you understand that a quadratic, like it could cut the x-axis two times? Watch. Like any quadratic, and you see now you could cut the x-axis two times.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like you'll get two solutions now. Plus or minus solution. You're sounding confused. You go see it when you finish. So we have it, let me just work this quickly, right? So we have 1 squared. So that's 1 minus, we have minus on the outside, and 4 by 1 is 4. 4 by minus 2 is -8. So minus 8 is what we are. We are always -8.
-8.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. So you're gonna put 1 plus 8 inside the bracket. 1 plus 8 is what?
9.
So you're gonna put the square root on 9 all over. What's 2 by -2?
4. -4.
Right, what's the square root on 9?
3.
right? All over negative 4. So let's look at the positive solution.
Okay.
So again, plus or minus just means you can have a positive or a negative solution. So we're considering the positive solution, right? So the positive solution is just going to be minus 1 plus 3. So minus 1 plus 3 all over negative 4. That's the positive solution. What is
Okay.
negative 1 plus 3?
2.
Right? What is 2 over negative 4?
Negative 2.
Nah, negative a half.
Huh?
If you're confused, watch. With
Oh,
negative 1 plus 3,
no, I just divided it like normal. My bad.
nah. Because watch, negative 1 plus 3, that's 2. And we have negative 4. So 2 could go into 2 one time, and 2 could go into 4 two times. So you end up with
Yeah,
one.
I didn't work it like that. I worked it like negative 4 into, no, what? They couldn't do it that way either. Okay,
That's
I
okay.
understand.
The main thing is you understand. Okay, here what? I want you to find the negative solution. Matter of fact, I want you guys to find the negative solution for me. So if any positive solution, I consider the positive only. See if you could figure out the negative solution. See if you could find the negative solution for me. I give it only 1 minute. 1 minute. That is all.
So it's negative 4 over negative 4.
What is negative 4 about? Wait, you sure about that?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I have a question.
So I
Something.
do the same thing. Like,
So MC is supposed to be plus 15,
Yeah, I don't know what we get
but
negative.
you had 4 by 1
I-
and then by minus 2. So and the entire thing.
Yeah, I have a mistake there. Like C supposed to
Well,
be
yeah,
15.
I was watching that too, so I was like, what?
Cause
Why you
see,
put like this?
I get 3 or minus 2.5.
Because I when I was asking you all to
I was
call
so
out.
confused. I was literally sitting trying to figure out why you put that instead of the negative. I
I
mean,
believe, like when I was
yeah,
doing the
negative
question,
2 and 15.
when I was doing the question, I was asking you guys to call out what A, B, and C is like to plug it in now. And I think Ria told me negative 2. And I didn't think to check it back. But Ria, let me check back this one more time, right? So is minus 4 A by C. So A is 1, where's C, Ria? Talk to me.
wait, so I didn't say negative 2 for 0.
I wonder where I hear that boy. Sorry about that then. So like it just be
No,
15.
wait. I had said negative 2, but I thought the A next to the C was negative 2. I don't,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
because I had to change to negative 2 as well.
And then when you put it 1, I mean, I didn't question it, but I should have. But I was
No,
like,
no, you
okay,
had to
maybe.
question everything I do. You had to question everything. This is maths,
Yeah.
right? So if we work that out quickly, that's gonna be 8 by 15, which is 9 plus 90. Wait, I think I've doing that maths wrong. That'll be 60. Would it? Mm, the maths account. 8 by 15 is 120. Um, so you're gonna get, wait,
So I get 121.
yeah, you get 121. Supposed to get 121. Because this is gonna turn to plus 120 because of the two negatives, and you have one on the outside. So 1 plus 120 is 121. Square root of 121 is 11. So minus 1 plus 11, right? That would be 10. 10 over minus 4 That would be that'll be minus 5/2. I'll get that right?
Yes, I get minus 2.5.
Right. And so Ria, find the negative solution there. Um, Ria, let me know what the negative solution is. If you're considering negative.
So it'll be minus 12 over minus 4, and when you break that down, it'll be 6 over 2 minus 6 over 2.
So negative 12 over negative 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Becky? Get the answer one time, you know. How much times 4 could go into 12?
Oh, I use 4, I use 2. Okay, well, 4 into 12, 3.
Wait. How come you use 2 over here?
I don't know.
Wait, the only way you could get 2 is if you like if you divide like
Yeah,
2
that's what I do.
but you know how to do that. You know how to do that. But
Okay.
if you do that, you're
Well,
going to use 6
3
over
then.
3. Yeah. 3 is the answer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how you use the quadratic formula. Does everybody understand how to use it? Christian, I'm wondering if you understand how to use it.
Yes, sir.
So does everybody understand that you're just plugging in what A, B, and C is? And then for the positive, then for the then when you reach the end, you need to consider the two different solutions and work it out and you get your answer. We okay with
Yes,
that?
sir.
Okay. Cool. Let's do a past paper question now, like a worded past paper question. Fun time. We are sorry about that, sir. What the -2 thing. That was a
That's
slip
a,
up on my
I
part.
should have questioned it though, but I was like, okay, maybe to have a point or something.
No, I had a question. It's thing. No, all the time I like sometimes I'll make a little mistake. Right. Uh let me find like a good question. That's January. Let me check. Here it is. Here's our good friend. So let's do an applied question now. So Sienna, give question C a read for me.
The diagram below shows two rectangles, M and N, with their dimensions expressed in terms of x. Given that the difference between the areas of the two rectangles is 64 centimeters squared, show that x squared minus 2x minus 35 is equal to 0.
All right. So Ria, Sienna, Christian, Akira, Nia, tell me guys, are we feeling chopped? Do we have any idea so what's happening in this question?
Uh, I had this question for one of my papers and I didn't know how to do it.
Well, that's not good, but it's good that we're gonna do it now. All right,
Yeah.
Christian, you understand anything about this question? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, okay. But guys, can we see that we have two rectangles?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And my question is, so like in the question, they're talking about area, area of the rectangles. Do we know how to find the area of a rectangle? Yes or no? Do you guys remember how to find the area of a rectangle?
Is it length by breadth?
I just use length by width, but that's fine. Nia, Christian, do you all know that the formula for area of a rectangle is length by width or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So when you hear this, the question talking about area, and not only area, but the difference. When you look at this, which one do you think is gonna have the bigger area? Just by looking at it. Which one would you say has the greater area?
M?
Okay, so
Oops, sir.
M looking like it had a bigger area, right? And according to the question, they're saying that the difference between the area is what? What is it?
64 centimeters squared.
All right, so with that information, you know what we could do? We could form an equation. That's very important. So, Christian, if I take away the area of n from m, what am I supposed to get according to the question?
Zero, sir.
Nah. Read back the question.
The diagram below shows two rectangles M and N with the dimensions expressed in terms of X.
Oh, you gotta read that. Just move on straight to the other part.
Given that the difference between the areas of two rectangles is 64 centimeters squared, show that x squared minus 2x minus 35 is equal to 0.
All right, so Christian, you see the answer to my question. What is m minus n gonna be equal to?
X,
Nah. All right, so nobody tell them the answer. I think you'll need to figure out these things for yourself because all of this is part of critical thinking. So we have area of m here and we have area of n here. So Christian, when I take away, I finally what between the two? Where's another word for
the, dif- the
okay?
difference,
I like how you say that. The difference. So when I write m minus n, could you translate that to English for me? When I write m minus n, what does that mean in English?
M minus N would be
What do I mean in English?
negative MN.
Nah. All right. You told me difference, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is the area of m and this is the area of n. So if I put a minus sign in the middle, what am I doing?
You're
You know
taking
what?
away both of the areas.
Right. So I finally what between them?
The difference,
Right. And if you're still confused, imagine you had 100 minus 40. Where you get?
60,
And 60 would be the difference between.
the 100 and the 40.
Yeah, we see in that, right? So think to yourself, Christian, what would m minus n be equal to? Look at the question. Reread it if you need to. Reread it if you need to.
64 centimeters squared, sir.
Do you all agree with that? So he is saying that'll be equal to 64. So Akira, Nia, Ria, he's saying that m minus n is equal to 64. Y'all agree with that? So nah. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ria, you okay with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Nia, were you able to at least come up with the equation? That's an important part, Nia. Were you able to figure out the equation?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. That's one of the main things with these worded questions. You need to be able to figure out what they're writing. You need to be able to convert English to equation. So again, let we just understand it again, right? So Akira, Nia, Christian, Sienna, Ria, pay attention, guys. All right. So Nia, they saying that they say given. Given means that they're telling us something, right? So the difference between the areas of the two rectangles is 64. So Nia, you there?
Yes, sir.
At this point in time, Nia, do I know what the area of any of the rectangles is?
No.
But what do I know though? What do I know?
That the difference between the two is 64 centimeters squared.
Right. So using that information, I could form a
Equation
right. Which one looking bigger? M or N?
M.
And difference means subtraction, right?
Yes.
So that statement means the area of M minus the area of N has to be equal to
64.
great. And we know that the area of a rectangular is given by
Like by breadth or width.
right. So, this will be the length. This will be the width.
Mm-hmm.
This is the length.
Yes.
This will be the width.
Mm-hmm.
Which area I want to find for first?
M.
M, no problem. So we multiply in here, right?
Yes.
So it's length. Length is 3x plus 4. And I'm multiplying that by?
X minus 3.
Yes. Do you all remember how to expand the product of two binomial terms? Do you all remember how to expand this? Yes or no?
You multiply everything on the first bracket.
So you would
I hear an Akira and Sienna.
would it be like 3x multiplied by x and then 3x multiplied by minus 3 and then
All right, wait, wait,
4
wait,
by
wait,
x and then
wait, 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 wait. Okay. Let me see somebody else can continue from here. Right? They did good. Right?
So
Somebody other than Akira. Because I feel like Akira already know the answer too. Akira, I feel like you know the answer.
yes,
Christian, what next?
So would you multiply the 4 by the x and then the 4 by the negative 3, sir?
Perfect. Ria, Nia, did you guys know this?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So Christian, let we do the multiplication in red. By the way, Akira, that's what I was gonna tell me, right?
yes, sir.
All right. So Christian, multiply out what is in the red for me.
So would it be 3x squared and 3, no, 6, no, 9, negative 9x?
I like how you think through that, and it was like, the six don't make sense. Positive don't make sense. Ha, that was good. Because 3 by negative 3, a positive by a negative is a negative. So negative 9x. All right. And then we have 4 by x. 4 by x, that's plus 4x. Ria, what will the next thing be? What will the last term be? Tell me, Ria, what will the last term be?
So sorry, I got lost.
Okay. You understand the
Wait.
part about the area rectangle is length by width, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So we multiplying this by this. And so 3x plus 4 by x minus 3.
yeah.
So 3x by x, 3x by minus 3, we did already. And then we do 4 by x is 4x.
Right.
Somebody last thing I should
It
put.
was 4 by negative 3.
Well, what I'll be? It's 4 by negative 3.
Negative 12.
Yep. Let's look to see if we could simplify now. Are you all seeing any like terms over there? Like terms.
3 3x squared and 4x.
No, 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 no. Mm-mm. That they are not like terms. Let me explain why. So this is a x squared term. However,
Oh,
this is a x term, not the same thing. Are
oh,
you seeing
okay.
any other x terms? Just x,
So 9x and 4x.
right. These are like terms because both of them are x terms, like terms. So what is minus 9x plus 4x?
Minus 4, minus 5x.
That's correct. Does everybody understand that?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right, bet. Let's find the area of n now. So how would I find the area of n? Could somebody run me through that process?
Multiply the length by the breadth.
Okay, now you, Nikolai.
My bad.
That's okay. Uh Nia, let me speed run that, right? So Nia, tell me how we're gonna find the area of n.
Length by width. You
Right,
have
so
to
tell me what
say
you write.
the 3x minus, x minus 3 multiply by x plus 2.
Right, how we gonna do that?
You have to say x by x, which is, then x by 2. Then 3 by x.
Nah, you make a mistake. Not 3 by x. It's not three. It's not just 3. It's not just
Or
3.
negative 3 by x.
Right. Negative 3.
Okay.
Is that mistake students make? Negative 3 by x. Yeah.
And
And
negative 3 by 2.
all right. So let's work out everything in red quickly. So we're gonna end up
X
with
by x squared. X, 2x plus 2x. Then negative 3 by x is negative 3x. Negative 3 by 2 is negative 6.
are you seeing any like terms?
Yes.
What are the like
It'll
terms?
be 2x minus 3x.
Right?
It
So
will be
mhm.
x squared minus 1 minus 6.
That's correct. I'm missing anything? Yeah, tell me if I'm missing anything.
No.
I am missing something. These aren't just any terms, these are x terms. So what is plus
Uh-huh.
2x minus 3x? Is it just minus 1?
X
Yeah, it's minus 1x.
minus 1. Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Another mistake students will make. But it's okay, learn any proper thing. Right? Minus 1x minus 6. Imagine, imagine you had, what's our x, boy? Okay. Imagine you had, no. Okay, this is not you, eh? I just saying hypothetically. If you had two x's, wait, wait. I'm gonna phrase this properly. All right. Okay. Long story short, Nia, you have two x's over here, and you take away three x's. Do you have three x's to take away from?
No.
No. So you take away the two x's, but you're still owing how much x's?
One more.
Yeah, so we negative 1x.
Okay, yeah.
Think of it like this, right? So again, you have 2x because it's positive, but you owe in 3x because it's negative. But you could only give what you have. So you can only give 2. But how much you still owing?
One more.
Yeah, so negative 1x.
Okay.
You can't leave out the x. All right. So Nia, Christian, Akira, Ria, Nikolai, Sienna, guys, are you all okay with how we figured out the area of M and the area of N?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What am I going to do next? Let me see if you all could figure that step. What am I going to do next with that information? Let me see if all I could figure out what to do next. So I'll wait in.
So you'll take would it be you have to take away the answer you get from M with N? The answer you get with N?
All right, that's correct. Nia, Christian, Ria, Sienna, guys. If you don't know what to do next, tell me. Be honest with me. Be honest with me. Nia, Christian,
Yes,
Ria.
sir. I didn't know what to do next.
Okay, here it is, guys. When you read the question, they give we pieces of information. What was the piece of information they gave us?
When you
So they give
minus
us,
Yeah, somebody go ahead.
Yeah, minus. The area of the two rectangles, you get 64.
All right.
And you have to
Yeah, continue.
show that x squared minus 2x minus 35 equals 0.
All right. So, guys, we came up with an equation, right? That was the first thing we do, yeah? Yeah or no?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, in that equation, do we even know what the area of M is?
No.
Okay. Do we know what the area of N is, Christian?
No, sir.
No, like you know what the area for this is? Like we just write M and N, right?
No, sir. Oh, and yes, sir. No, sir. We don't know the area of M1.
So Christian, what was the next step? What was the next thing I did?
So you took the centimeters and then you found the quadratic formula.
Oh, nah. All right. So Christian, do we know what the area for M is?
No, sir.
So did I find the area of M?
No, sir.
I did.
Wait.
Walk me through that, Christian. How did I find the area of M?
Oh, wait. Yeah. So you took the centimeters and you put them in brackets, then then you times them and then you got the answer. So,
Right. So could everybody in class agree at the start we did not have the area for M, nor did we have the area for N? I could agree with that, right?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
All we knew that the difference was 64. So what did I do next? After I find the equation, what did I find for next? Guys, Christian, you have the
Area.
answer or no? Akira, don't tell me. I know you know it. Christian, Christian, you there?
Yes, sir.
Right. So Christian, after I write the statement, what was the next? What did I find for next? Ria, Nia, what did I find for next after I write the statement?
Area of M and N.
Christian, you seen that, right?
Yes, sir.
Ria, you seen that? that we find the area for M and the area for N?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all you think we just do that for nothing? Like, what do you think we're gonna do that next? Like, what do you think is the next step?
So we minus it from each other.
Yeah, that is it. Christian, at the start, we didn't have an expression for M or N, the area for M or N. So you know what we do? We're gonna figure that out. So Christian, what am I gonna do with this information I have here now?
We're gonna put it into the formula that they gave us.
Yeah, that is it. You're gonna plug it into M minus N is equal to 64. That is it. So Christian, tell me what to write.
So you have to write negative 3x squared
Nah.
minus,
Where you get negative 3x squared from?
oh, no, sir, I mean 3x squared, sir.
Right? 3x squared.
3x squared minus 5x minus 12 for m, and then for n, you, wait, so I can't see it, oh, never mind. X, for n is x squared minus 1x minus 6.
No, I need to like be honest if you don't make this mistake. How much of you guys would have written this in the exam and just move along? How much of you would have write this and just move along with your life? Be honest. Christian, Ria, Nia, be honest with my guys. How much of you would have just use this and keep going?
I think I would have done that, sir.
Okay, the honesty is good. Now here's a mistake. Students would just leave this and proceed as normal. However, it is negative n. Isn't this whole what okay? What does this whole thing represent? What does our whole thing represent? That whole thing represents what?
The area of n, sir.
The area of n. So you know what we need to do? We need to put that in brackets. That whole thing represents the area of n. So you need to put our whole thing in brackets. Are they confused or like, do we understand?
All because it's negative n, sir.
Yeah, it's negative n. So like this whole thing is n. That whole thing is n. So you need to put our whole thing in brackets. So it's negative this whole thing because our whole thing represents n.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Akira, Nia, Ria, Sienna, Priya, please let me know if you cooked. If you cooked, let me know. If you understand, let me know as well.
I understand.
I understand, sir.
All right.
Understand.
Okay. So let's continue, right? So all you see me put in brackets. But why I put in brackets there? And like what gonna use our brackets for? What gonna happen? What gonna happen next? Somebody tell me what gonna happen next. I need to know what gonna happen next. Put in brackets there. What gonna happen next?
So would you factorize?
Factorize? Nah, not gonna factorize. Remember, what are we working towards? Remind me, guys, what are we trying to show?
The difference between the two.
No, we know that already. Read the question. What are we trying to show? What are we trying to
Oh, the show that x squared minus 2x minus 35 equals 0.
Right. This is what we are trying to show. So we're working our way towards that. That is what we are trying to show. Now, could anybody tell me what's gonna happen in the next line? Now, notice I put a negative and brackets. So when I expand this bracket, what am I gonna end up with over here? All right, I'm gonna help all out a bit, right? In the interest of time. So if remember is negative n, this whole thing is n. And so you need to multiply everything on the inside by that negative sign. So this x squared is going to turn to what in the next line?
Negative x squared.
All right, keep going.
Positive 1x.
Right, positive 1x, because you have negative by negative is positive 1. All right, what next?
And positive 6.
And that whole thing will be equal to?
64.
Yeah, 64. Now let's look to simplify this. Please identify what are the like terms in this. By the way, anybody confused about how I apply the negative, how I distributed that negative throughout all the terms in the bracket? Are they confused or they understand now?
We understand, sir.
Understand.
I tell all them my trust issues is run so deep, just to make sure all they understand, I'm gonna put some arrows. And the reason why I say it, that has so much trust issues is because I myself go tell our teacher, yeah, I really understand, but I don't understand at all. And I feel ashamed to say I don't understand. So like, I know all they just do that. All they just say all they understand or they don't understand. Because I just do it. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. What are the like terms in that equation? Could somebody tell me the like terms? And by the way, remember, we're working towards this. This is what we're trying to show. So what are the like terms in this equation?
So 3x squared, take away x squared.
Right? So we see in 3x squared and we see in minus x squared. Those are like terms. Are you seeing any other like terms?
Yeah, so negative 5x plus 1x, and then negative 12 plus 6.
Right. So let me quickly simplify this thing, right? So 3x squared minus x squared, that's just 2x squared. Somebody work out minus 5x plus 1x. What is minus 5x plus 1x?
Minus 6x.
Nah. So you have negative 5x
Minus
plus 1x.
No, sir. I thought it was still negative 1x. My bad. It's negative 4x.
Yes. And what is minus 12 plus 6?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. And that will be equal to 64. Now, in what we are trying to prove, what is on the right-hand side? What number is on the right-hand side? Is there any numbers on the right-hand side?
Yes, sir.
0.
There's 0.
It's just 0, right? So it don't really have any numbers on the right-hand side. It's 0. So what do you think we should do? How do you think I should proceed then? We're very, very close to our answer, but how should I proceed? What should I do next?
Move the 64 across equal sign.
Yes, Ria, Nia, Akira, Christian, if this is what we want to get, that is equal to 0. So we don't really have any numbers on the right-hand side. So we need to take the 64 and move it across. If I take the 64 and move it across, what do I end up with, guys?
Negative 64, sir.
Yeah, so 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 minus 64. And that would be equal to what now? So I took everything that was on your, I took the number that was on your right-hand side and I moved it across. So is there anything on the right-hand side now?
No, sir. So be equal to 0.
Right. If you don't have anything, that means you have 0. You have 0 of whatever quantity you have. So 0. Ma, let's simplify this now. Let's see anything I can simplify. Guys, come on, quickly. We see anything I can simplify? Any like terms?
Minus 6, and minus 64.
I feel like you say minus 6 two times. But yeah, that's correct what you're saying.
So
Minus 6.
minus 6 and minus 64.
Right. And that will turn to minus 70. Now, again, let me just, you see this? Let me take this thing over here, take a screenshot, and let's compare it to what we have right now. So Ria or Nia, I want either one of you all to tell me if I want to go from this to this. What do you think I have to do next? Either Ria or Nia. One of you guys.
Simplify.
What do you mean by simplify? Talk to me.
Hmm.
Because simplify usually means to add or subtract like terms.
Oh.
But
Um.
we already simplified the like terms.
Divide.
I want to hear from Ria too. Ria, we want to go from this to this. What do you think I should do next?
So I was kind of thinking the same thing she was thinking, you know.
Divide?
Yeah.
I would divide as well. Are you all seeing a common factor between 2 minus 4 and minus 70?
Yeah. 2.
2. So we could divide throughout by 2. If we divide throughout by 2, what are we going to end up with?
The x squared minus 2x minus 35.
Yeah, and that's it. So let me just run through how we do this question, right? So like, Nia, even if you was good in quadratics, if you didn't come up with that equation, it'll be all for nothing. You seeing that, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you understand how we came up with the equation?
Yes, sir.
Right. Maybe in another instance, maybe this year, it might be given that the sum of the two rectangles is 95, maybe instead it might be sum or something. But the point is, guys, you need to read it and make an equation. The equation will guide you as such. We didn't know what the area was, so we had to find the area. Now we need to find some expressions in terms of x for the area. So to find the area of M, I said 3x plus 4 by x minus 3. I did binomial expansion, and I got 3x squared minus 5x minus 12. And same thing for area of N, and then I plugged it in into the equation we came up with. Now, could somebody tell me why I put like brackets over here for N? Christian, you think you could tell me why I put brackets here? Why didn't I just write minus x squared minus 1x minus 6?
Because it was negative n, sir.
Exactly. And if I only apply the negative to the x squared, is x squared the area of N? Is just
No,
x
sir.
squared? Nah. What is the full area of N?
X squared minus 1x minus 6.
Right. So you need to negate all those elements. So minus x squared plus x plus 6. From there, you just simplified. Now, when you reach this point, you want to look at what you're trying to prove. We're trying to prove x squared minus 2x minus 35 is equal to 0. So you then, Christian, did you notice that if I divide by 2, it would give us the answer that we want?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So typically with these questions, these show questions where you have to show something, typically you have to divide by a common factor to get your answer. Right? Nia, you feeling better with this question?
Yes, sir. Way better.
Right. So Nia, I hope you learn the lesson. Come up with an equation, please. Like read the
Okay.
question, come up with an equation.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that'll be it for class today. Yeah, that'll be it for class today. So we are done with quadratics. We covered everything you need to know. So that's great. I will give you all some homework because and I want everybody in class here to say that they are homework. I don't want like I let to come next class and be like, so you didn't give me homework. So like give all some homework. All right. Um, give me a moment. And we're not gonna correct this homework in class. We go see, depending on how much trouble I'll have with it. But ideally, I want to move on to our next topic in the other class. And I need to tell you guys what happened in for April month. Yeah. Let me check out the question that was in 2026. Give you all that question to do. Right, so this is all the homework. So I think they shouldn't have any problems with this question. I believe so. I don't think you all should have much trouble. I hope. Yeah. It is not just quadratics, it's also trigonometry. How much of you guys have done trigonometry before? Have you all done Pythagoras theorem?
Sir, I watched your video, sir, but I think I'll need to explain it again, sir.
Okay, well, you all mightn't be able to fully answer that question then. Are there any other questions you all could answer confidently? Hmm. I think May had a very similar question, if I remember, like with the seedbed. Did it? They had something similar. Let me evaluate this question. So I'm giving you all two questions for homework. Yeah, so I want a little pay in the group chat. Take a screenshot and say homework loud and big. Well, just say it in big. This is the homework. Right? So one moment. I'm literally going to write here. Homework. And if you don't understand the question, just simply message me and say you don't understand. But that's homework. Right. Oh, Christian, that's only homework, This is homework on the screen. Christian and copying. It's on the screen, so I thought the wrong thing. Yeah. All right, so Nia, Ria, everybody, Sienna, take our screenshots. Right? Take our screenshots and put homework in the group chat. So they're gonna know their homework. Let's do that quickly. So Ria, Nia, Christian, Shina, send that for now. Guys, are listening now in group chat.
I
Okay.
sent it,
I
sir.
did, no, sir.
All right, cool. And you know, send this as well. Send that as well. This is also homework. My belief is if you take a picture of the homework yourself and you send it on the chat, you wouldn't forget it. At least as you hope.
Sir, I did the homework last week too.
Yeah, and I can't fault you. Do the homework, big up yourself. I think you and who else did it, boy? Akira, you did it
Me,
too.
sir.
Yeah, pick up all yourself. I know Sheila's always do homework too. All right. So I'll take the screenshot. Yeah, no, maybe. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good
Yes,
job,
sir.
guys. All right. So I'm gonna send these notes one time. So have a blessed night, guys. From 5 people. I'll see you all shortly. Later, guys. Take care.
Later, sir.